Hello everyone, in this video I would like to have like a character analyzation and also a movie explain about the movie Ma. My thoughts about Ma overall, it was a pretty good movie as a whole. Honestly, if I had to make a reference, any type of pop culture reference or movie reference per se, it would be modernized wise, it would be like a black version of Get Out. The only reason why I say black version of Get Out is because of the fact that instead of being, white people having a nefarious like plot plot let's see, plots and also just scheming on what they want to do. I feel like the main character Maul, which is a sister, she basically, long story short, in the movie, I feel like she's plotting some nefarious deeds because at the beginning of the movie, you had like a bunch of teenagers that just wanted drinks, and I guess in the first half of the movie or the very first part of the movie, you can kind of see that she arguably full heartedly was cool with just helping them out as like that one adult friend or one adult figure where it's like, all right, I'm gonna help y'all out just this once, because everybody in their life had like that one adult or that one like adult like person that arguably helped them out in their life, whether it be a mentor of some sort, like from their personal life, whether in school, work, or heck, sometimes even family members, depending on who the family member is. Sometimes you everyone has that one adult like friend or adult like figure that helped them out and was chill enough to be like, you know what, I'll do that for you just this once, or just do that for you in general because you know I feel like you cool people. So long story short, she did that, and after doing that, she looked up the teens like back history, which I feel like it was kind of creepy that she was doing that a little bit, but in the character of Ma, she was kind of unhinged, but for a good reason. And long story short, when she looked into the back history of the teens, she saw that all of them was honestly like the kids of her old high school classmates back when she was in high school. And I guess that's when she was scheming and thinking, well, since y'all like the kids of like basically my old classmates, which most of them done me wrong or didn't back me up back in the day, I'm just going to use y'all in a way as revenge. Because even as the old saying goes, best revenge is served cold. And just like how you do that, sometimes you can aim for like the most vulnerable points with certain people, sometimes arguably. And I think that was Ma's nefarious scheme. Aside from certain things that she did in the later parts of the movie, I think around the halfway point, which was involve like her main antagonistic like classmates, which was that jock dude, that one white jock dude that basically did her wrong in that like janitor's closet, and then had everybody laugh at her after that janitor closet scene. I mean, look, in everyone's like high school or early childhood like school system experience, they always gonna have, sometimes or most of the time, there's always gonna be like that one person or some people who went through something embarrassing in their early childhood in the school system, especially in public schools. But that scene, especially with with Ma being like arguably timed a certain like I guess different era or different year. The only reason why I said different era or different years because when you look in Ma's back history, she looked like she was the only sister or the only black girl, in one predominantly white school in a sense. And I guess that was my biggest problem or concern about the movie, or my biggest thing when it comes to, I guess, like racial matters, and why I say that Ma had like a purpose or a reason why she did what she did was, well, one, she was just basically done in wrong, and two, it's just she was in a predominantly white school, and she was the only black sister there or whatever. So that's why, again, like I said, I feel like this was a black get out. But long story short, she kept on making like everyone's like high school kid basically drunk and intoxicated every time in her house, and basically everyone got wasted around like the climax of the movie. Long story short, I mean, in the movie, the kids kept on, the teens or kids just kept on saying, "Let's not go to her house anymore," or they tried kept on contemplating like mom's kind of crazy because she in the movie you she the teens kind of saw that it's kind of creepy that she knew where what high school they went to, and also it was also kind of creepy that another inkling, she researched the van that they drove in as well too, and somehow she had like something to do with getting that van called in for a bunch of teens drinking in one area, which I feel like that's also was a part of her scheme because the very first part of the movie, before the teens even could make Maul's place as a place to stay and drink and whatever, Maul actually called in the van um, location, and the first location that the teens take was that place called, I think, Piles or Rocks or something like that area, which was a whole dusty dirt area that you can just, I don't know, chill and lauder in, and no one not going to complain about nothing because it's the middle of nowhere, or it's like a spot where not everybody's going to know you're there, or it's just pretty chill. Nothing established there. So I feel like that was her first step in her plan. And the second step was when she taught all the teens into her house and drinking stuff only there, and also eat especially too. Now, me personally, I feel like just no, heck no. Just like how a black dude said in the very first part of the movie, he was like, before he got caught up in there and everybody else's mess, he's like, I don't know about this, y'all. We don't know this chick. And then his like homies, no offense, as white people, the horror flick white people stereotype, they're gonna be like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. She seemed like she's nice and sweet or whatever, or chill people. And they still gonna just go in there and get drunk, get food and etc. And it's a trap, y'all. It's a trap. Mm, shake my head. Long story short, after a few times getting tricked the teens getting tricked into Ma's house, you see everything's coming into set in motion with their plan, which was mainly taking out like the people who were the true dicks towards her in her like high school history, which was mainly like that jock white dude who basically took advantage of her in like the closet scene, to also just his wife, or I guess his mistress in a sense, mostly his wife slash mistress. And mm, yeah, you 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 can't feel bad for these people. The only reason why I say you can't feel bad for these people is because Mercedes. Well, I can't remember the woman's name because everybody just kept on calling her Mercedes. And let's just face it, y'all. When you have like a trashy character, and you have that trashy character with a trashy name, most likely you're going to remember their name. But other than that, yeah, like when you have Mercedes, Mercedes kept on talking trash, was drunk all the time. And, when she got killed off the way she got killed off by Ma, by getting run over, I did not feel that much remorse towards her because she was hating on Ma, and then she was hating on like like the white mom who was pretty chill, which was I guess arguably a secondary main character because we kept revolving around like that one like white mom and her daughter's house and stuff, and her life being like, yeah, it was one way, but now working as like I'm working in a casino just as basically a bar chick. Long story short, a bar chick who serves out like beer and other alcoholic drinks towards people who's up in the casino, which is not arguably not that bad of a job, but at the same time, it's just you kind of feel for her. But other than that, around the climax or the end of the movie, long story short, she kind of really gets revenge on like all the teens by hurting them in different ways. One of the main one of the main female characters got her mouth shut permanently, and also everyone else just got hurt different ways. Like one dude caught like a iron caught like an iron to the stomach, and then one Asian looking white chick got basically glass with that same hot iron up behind the head, and it was just sad. It very much was sad. The main character, one of the main character white dudes who was in the group, he got stabbed, and mm, it was just sad. The only less sad one, and I'm going to do a character analysis most likely off of this dude, but the black brother dude, he did not get hurt at all. All that happened with him was just he caught white face. That's it. Maul just painted white paint on the dude's face. That's all that happened to him. And honestly, me personally, I feel like, dude, that's the best thing that could happen to anybody for real, because he ain't want none. He ain't want none. And technically, I feel like various ways he just didn't want none. He was just caught up in a bad crowd or caught up in wrong place, wrong time. But yeah, I feel like, and then I guess like if I had to say something else before I get into any like small briefing on Ma, I would like to say that long story short, in the end of around the climax / end of the movie, basically the house get burned down, and Ma's still in the house with like that jock white dude that she basically got revenge on for doing her wrong long time ago in high school. And also the teen / kids basically narrowly escape, thank God, from the back from her basement and stuff. And yeah, it was a pretty good movie as a whole. I think cops come by afterward when hearing that there's a house on fire. But other than that, yeah, it was a pretty good movie as a whole. I'll give it like a eight out of 10. Now, Ma as a character, I feel like why I feel like she had a reason to do what she did was because two reasons. One, back in her time, she was a part of a predominant white school. And let's just face it, y'all. Just like how in the movie When They See Us or any other racial like historic movie, most likely you were going to be treated wrongfully, whether segregation was abolished fully or was slowly being transitional to fully being abolished. You black people weren't going to be like welcomed like that or fully respected. So sadly, that's why I see that as one of the reasons why she did what she did. Another reason was because of the fact of, well, it was just pure bullying. Sometimes in most situations, I feel like depending on a person's stability, they're going to want revenge or wreak havoc on the people who did them wrong. Which I feel like, in a sense, even though I don't fully condole what she did in the movie, I feel like her as a character, I would like to say have a little respect, only because it's kind of is what it is a little bit. I mean, shoot, we just only saw like a closet scene. There could have been different things that could have happened back in the day that we didn't know about what happened to Ma. But long story short, I feel like it was a pretty good movie. Now, I think only one shady thing I feel like I can point out that I don't trust her mom would be her daughter. The only reason why I say her daughter is because one, she keeps lying on her daughter, saying that there's something wrong with her, but there's nothing wrong with her. And on top of that, I feel like the medicine that she gives her, it's just probably medicine that just basically messes her up or makes her more ill. Because as you keep watching the film, whether the first time her skin is dark, like a little bit dark skin, to then you see her a second time in the bed again, her skin becomes a little bit pale, and she's a little bit nervous and unwavering around her mother. I feel like, again, it's more or less just her kind of poisoning or messing up her daughter one way or the other. I don't know how, but she kind of is. But that's my whole explanation and review on it. I do plan on most likely making a, like, I guess, my own thoughts and explanation on Ma herself and characterization on her, along with also possibly talking about like a small connection with her and the brother from like the teen group, because I feel like there is a connection towards her and him. But thank you for watching. Please leave a like and please leave comments if you have any thoughts. And please subscribe if you like my videos, especially this one. Thank you. Bye.